South Africa had high hopes of multiple challenges to the Super Rugby title in 2017. The Stormers faltered when it comes to their tour of New Zealand, and the Sharks have never really hit their straps this year. But South Africa's hopes lay with one of these two teams to partner the Lions when it comes to playoff time. And today, they will determine who shall lead that charge. It's the Sharks at home, the Stormers visiting, and it is a big African derby in Super Rugby for round 14. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Super Rugby match of the weekend for round 14. It is the Sharks at home, and a very good looking Sharks team it is as well. They've undergone a lot of changes, a lot of players leaving. Under 20 duty has seen Bosch removed as still one of the top scorers of the competition. So Gareth April comes in to take that number 10 slot. Key players throughout this team though, a very good forward pack. The front row, very talented. Toy Rolapelli and Ustazen line up alongside Boffa and Louis in the second row. Vanderwatt the captain with the two De Pleer brothers at 7 and 8. Reinach will partner April in the halves with Dysel Arm, Van Wyk on the right wing, Nkosi on the left, and Lazazi and Volvo at fullback for the Sharks. Well, the Stormers started off with a season to never forget. They're undefeated for 7 games straight, but it come unstuck very quickly when they made their way to New Zealand. Since returning back to South Africa, though, they've been much more challenging to put away, and with it has come victories and the confidence slowly returning to the side. But it is a good-looking team, and any side with a second row of Etsa Beef and Detoy is not to be taken lightly. Their back row is getting better and better, though. Kulisi and Carr are becoming recognisable as real powerhouses in their positions. Vermaak will partner Coleman in the halves for the Stormers, and it is a welcome back to Damon Dialandi, who has been out for a long time this season of Super Rugby. A key attribute to return Dialandi at 12. Villian will partner him at 13. The informed man of the season, Dylan Lades, will be on the left wing with the electric Ceston Colby at the right wing. And of course, you cannot forget possibly one of the best players from this season's Super Rugby, SP Morea, will line up in the 15 jumper for the Stormers. A very complete looking side. This one's going to be tight. So we're all set to get underway. Round 14 of Super Rugby, a full round of matches this weekend as well. Some absolute crackers for this one. Takes the cake. That's Gareth April for the Sharks in the black. Kicks off deep down to the Stormers, of course, in the blue. In Benami with a rare touch, and here comes Coleman. Coleman carves him up to open up, and he gets away some yards as well, but he's stolen the back of Volvo. Quickly gets the ball away, and it's Nkosi who has a start to his time in the Sharks jumper on the left. Back it goes to April, who's choosing to play the territory game early. Sits up here for SP Morea. Morea breaks through one. Morea's through. He could go all the way. Uses the boost and goes straight into touch. That's a disappointing finish there. Lightning quick. So fast on his feet is Morea, but that time the ball squirts off the side of his boot. And Rolapelli gives it to Peter Stantatoy. We talked about him. That's how key he is. Here's Dialandi. Charging forward. The Stormers looking so dangerous already. Coleman finding room out wide. It's 3-on-1 and the pass is off the mark. Kurt Coleman was ranging out wide and behind the Sharks defence. One to beat. 3 men with him. And he couldn't find the pass out wide. They were waiting out there. Colby was ready and waiting, but Etsa Beef gets the ball back. Coleman, he's got to look to the skies. A big crossfield bomb. Villian is there. Dialandi's there, but the Sharks put it in. Amazing work. And they defuse another sharp attack from the Stormers. That's been dislodged, and Dylan Nates comes away with it, but he's gone into touch. And we will go back to the knock-on from Reinach. Mistake there from the scrum half. And Lades losing his balance as he got back to his feet, stumbling into touch. Scrum feet, Stormers We are 13 minutes in, yet to see our opening scoring play, whether it be kick or try. 0-0. Stormers, great scrum. Here's Carr still going. Almost going all the way in south. Strong run from the number 8. Oh, high tackle. The ball goes flying and instantly a yellow card. The referee has no compassion for that at all. He has dished it out, and it is the man on the right wing, Van Wyk, who is departing, and now the Stormers have the ball. Quick tap from Coleman. It's Kibler! Kibler's over! Wow, what's a run there from the loose head prop, who just goes storming over for the Stormers. Aptly placed, big run here. Coleman had the little shimmy in, but gave it off to his big prop. Kibler storms over, takes the tackle of Relapelli with him, and bang! No one was stopping the big man from that position. Wow, you look at Peter Steph Toy there in the background, arms raised, head bobbing. He was happy because he knows just how big this is for the Stormers and for Africa, really. For their chances, they have to beat teams like the Sharks, who are also looking like they'll be in the playoffs, but it won't be as a conference winner. The Stormers, though, they should be conference winners. That's already fairly secure, but they need to beat teams like the Sharks if they really want to be a threat. Coleman adds the extras. Man in the bin still for the Sharks, of course. Van Wyk, 10 minutes for that high tackle, and a try conceded already, so work to be done here for... Oh, intercept from April! And away come the Sharks.
Release.
It is Van der Walt, the captain. Into contact. April looking wide, and this is good start here for the Sharks straight after the restart after the try. April into the tackle for Mark Dale, and he turns it over. Villion! Straight through the middle goes Villion. He kicks ahead. He's got a foot race with a Volvo. And Volvo's fast, and a Volvo will smoke him in, and a Volvo places the ball in goal. That was an interesting kick there from Villion. If only Volvo wasn't there, it would have been a clean canter for the centre. Here he is again, takes his time this one and finds Coleman, and now Kirk Coleman's through. The Sharks getting torn to shreds. Coleman got his head again, and Coleman scores! What a try by the Stormers fly half! That was pure skill. Villion has been amazing. Watch him hold it up. Bang to Coleman at speed. He looks past the fullback in Volvo. He committed hard to the Volvo, and he could not recover as Coleman goes straight through, pretty much untouched. Well, there was a lack of commitment here by the Sharks defenders. There was Jean-Luc Deplaire nowhere near it either. And Nicosi as well couldn't keep up. What a run from Coleman. And he has launched the Stormers forward here. 2 tries in the yellow card period. That is killer at the moment for the Sharks. The Stormers running away with this one thanks to that one indiscretion. And Van Wyk will be out on the sideline. Head and hands, you can tell already the damage has been done. The Sharks have a lot of work to do. That man has a lot of work to do here. 28 minutes gone, we near half-time in this round 14 clash of Super Rugby. Sharks at home, Stormers visiting the big house here of the Sharks as Carr goes away. And Benambi, strong run there from the hooker, stolen by the Sharks, and here's Van Wyk. He has to make up the play, and he's done well. He's got it back. Van der Walt in the race there, but it will cut him off. But Van der Walt goes all the way. What a try! The captain, Van der Walt, scores for the Sharks. This game is far from over. What speed shown by Van der Walt. What's that from Van Wyk? He did sensationally. And Maria, he covered on the outside, but he couldn't quickly get across in time. And you got to wonder what could have been done extra from Colby out here, who was floundering around. You see Colby coming into the picture now. There he is. Mistakes are made, but you've got to commend Van Wyk back on the field for, well, hardly even minutes. And he sets up the try with a beautiful sidestep that leaves Stormers defenders in his wake. 14-5, Garth April right in front. No fly half of any respect, misses a kick from there. 14-7 the score, the Sharks are back. We are 7 minutes away from half time. Well, Kurt Coleman, he was the magic man for just minutes earlier. And already one try has been wiped out by the Sharks, 14 points to 7. Good run there from Dupree, but taken down just outside the 22 are the Sharks. Popped away, and Detroit goes for a bit of a run after Nkosi hands to the ball, but Detroit turns it over. What a play too! Put it in! Quickly away to Dylan Meggs. Dylan Meggs tries out the speed, and he's mowed down for the man back for the bin. Van Wyk does well. Still Stormers with the ball. Maholder goes away to Detroit. Oh, it's Peter Steph Detroit! Just 2 meters short. Vermaak has a run himself. Dayalandi, Villian, he stalled on the man out there, and Sazin Colby. It's a try to the Stormers. Colby was on the sideline, he had to work, but he gets there in the end. He's small, his centre of gravity is very low, and he made that pay dividends for the Stormers right on the break. Well, Villian, he just chucked it out the back, didn't he? He knew he wasn't going to get there. It was desperation. It was do or die for the Stormers, and Colby said, let me have it. Dayalandi did well, but there it was there. Pops out, and just out of the grasps of Captain Van der Walt, who just scored again minutes ago. And Sesson Colby is in for the try, super try for the Stormers. Well, all these kicks becoming increasingly important now, as 19-7 is the score, but a miss here, and the way the Sharks have coming back, who knows what the second half will give us. It's a great kick from Coleman. He splits the uprights, and 21-7 the score becomes the Stormers over the Sharks. Half time here, and it is one hell of a game at the moment. Entertainment plus two teams in perfect conditions, giving the ball everything it's got. 21-7 Stormers, where they've dominated possession, they've dominated territory. 60 and 64% going their way. One scrum in the match, which the Stormers have won in the tackle count, 19-11. Very low so far in the match. The yellow card, that was killer. 2 tries conceded, with the time of Van Wyk being off with the yellow card. Since then, though, 7-7 the score. Van Wyk was instrumental in the Sharks' only try, but line breaks tell a big story. 6 by the Stormers, just 1 by the Sharks. They need to turn that around, as well as position and territory. In the second half, they're going to get back into this game. 14 points of difference. 21-7 is the score. The Stormers in the lead. What will the second half provide? The difference is 2 converted tries. Coleman, he puts it up high. And we are back underway the second half. Oh, big tackle, Dayalandi. Quickly there for Vermaak. And it is Garth April who smacks us downtown. Dylan Lates is running back, but there's people there. They wait for it. Lates goes back. Moran gets a great pass as well. He's being chased from Van Wyk. He puts a depth little kick over the top. Carr is steaming down the sideline, but it beats everyone into touch. He's tried that a couple of times now. Here's the Stormers fullback. Unrewarded so far, but that one didn't go too badly. Relapelli this time hits his man in the middle of the line-out. Lewis does well, giving it now to April, and the wind is carrying this one long, deep down into the end goal. And Lates is going to run it back, but in the end he's just going to be the safe option. You saw him surveying what he had in front of him. And I suggest screaming from his teammates, put the ball down, Dylan. He opts for the clever option, and long from Coleman. It's returned here. That is a really wobbly old kick. But it does find touch. Corvus Ranak getting it somewhat in the area he would have liked. And Benambi will have to throw in now to the line-outs. To the back they go. Kulisi finds Vermaak. Vermaak trying to shimmy his way through, but again he's dragged down. A great tackle there. The Sharks defence more than equal to it at the moment. Here's a good ball out to Villion. There's numbers out here for the Stormers if they want to use them. Oh, that is a cruncher. The kick is away. And at the back though, the Sharks get it all. That's a big tackle. The Hulber. Now it's changing directions very quickly, but the knock-on advantage will come back to the Stormers. So much happened. And that little passage there, we couldn't even keep up with what was going on. There was the knock-on. Nikosi the one guilty on that occasion. But there was plenty of chances from both sides, some big hits as well. But eventually we'll be going back to the Stormers for the Sharks. They put in a big shove. Second hit is massive and it's turnover ball. The Sharks have it back. April running. Van Wyk is wiped out as a bad pass. Sees him flat-footed to the ball. Renak way to Van der Waltz. He's hit a good match this way. He fends nicely too. His people has a job to do. Oh, and Coleman! Coleman turns it over. Another grubber through. This time he's wiped out. And Volvo doing the job on defence now as the Sharks come back the other way. Colby, good ball back inside to Relapelli and a great tackle from behind. And he is smashed into touch. 60 minutes, ticks over. We are 21-7 still. And Benambi throws the Netzabi to the front. Coleman, still going Coleman. Short ball to Kulisi, that was good. Then Dyke picks up the wobbly old one and finds Villion out wide. Villion could do it! He could go all the way! He pushes to bed! That'll be it for the Stormers. 26-7. There is no coming back from this one. Villion scores a storming try. It was all the offload. Oh, that was forward as well. That was a terrible call from the ref. He's let that one run. And it will ultimately decide this match. That was forward out of the hand, forward on the field. It doesn't matter how you spray it. It's the same thing. It's forward. The Stormers, they've got away with murder here. Villion has been fantastic here today, but you've got to question how deserved that try was for the Stormers. This game could still be in the air, but you'd imagine with 17 to go, that should put it to bed. Coleman on the left-hand side, right on the 22. Starts it left and it slides in nicely. That is well placed. Perfectly executed from Kurt Coleman. And 28-7 should spell the end to a Sharks comeback. Looks very unlikely now. Garth April, he's been good today. The Sharks have been pretty good, but they've just been shut out by an excellent performance by the Stormers. Here's a Manami. The Fed getting out and doing some work now. Oh, Sharks showing this over. Now here, oh, Relapelli's pass was decent out wide, but here's a Colby. He's got the ball, Colby. And he stopped in his track. Some Volvo. Very fast. And Benambi again. Coleman. Oh, he looked for a little chip over the top, but he's wiped out. Van Wyk's there, and Van der Waal gets it away. He sidesteps Kulisi. And they're going a bit sideways here before Relapelli straightens things up. To run away from Ustazen. Now there's some room out wide if they want to use it, but a terrible run. Dicel is hammered Coleman. He has just found the ball everywhere at the moment. But again, it's turned over. Dicel does something right this time. Then White going to Relapelli. Now they find some room out wide, do the Sharks. Dicel again, he's really coming to this game. Inside their 22, the Sharks have to go. Great passing here. And Jean-Luc Debré.
Release.
Just breaks out of the 22. Ostason again, sidesteps round one, finding room out wide for Van Wyk again. Carr's chasing him, but he's pulled down. A good tackle coming in from Dylan Lates. He has been sensational. Dealany, here we go. Chance now for the Stormers. Oh, another terrible tackle. The Stormers, you would suggest, have gone for that little chip far too often. And every time the Sharks have put it to bed pretty easily. 22 dropout finds room, but finds for a mark out there and beautifully passes to Villiers.
Release.
No real structure to that at all for the Stormers. So here's a run, and it's a good run too. It's Carr, but he has knocked it on, and Colby gives it a little tickle through. That could be full time, or will it? We will see. He put in the big drop of the shoulder as well, and he squashed over the top of him. Volvo, but that is full time. An emphatic display here from the Stormers, who have reasserted their dominance as the second best team in South Africa. The Lions have the crown, but the Stormers have put one up here over the Sharks. Clinical display. Questions will be asked about the refereeing after this game. But a very good effort by the Sharks has been put to bed by an exquisite display from the Stormers. You could argue a couple of their tries shouldn't have been given, but at the end of the day, the referee will be having to really own up to his mistakes come the post-match of today's game. Round 14 of Super Rugby sees the Stormers 28 over the Sharks 7. Van der Walt had a brilliant try. It was the only piece of joy for the Sharks. Should have been more, but some good Stormers defence just held it out. Garth April was brilliant. Just one conversion to his name, but his general play around the field was very good. Kepler, Coleman, Villiers and Colby all scored one try apiece. Coleman converted all 4 with some expert goal kicking from the sidelines. Well, we talked about it at halftime. The Sharks needed possession, they need territory, and they needed line breaks. We can't see line breaks on there, but you can guarantee 59% possession to the Stormers, and even worse, 70% of territory. When you're up against that, you're going to really struggle to win. That's what the Stormers had. Territory was a big one. The yellow cards, you could almost say, killed this match off, as the Stormers put in half their points in that 10 minutes as well. Handling errors were a bit high for the Stormers. That'll be their displeasing part, 3 to 5. But it was a tackle count that went up massively from half-time. 30 by the Stormers, 40 by the Sharks. But it was one entertaining game, both sides attacking hard. But in the end, only one team had their finishing shoes on today. It is the Stormers that take crucial points over the Sharks. They grab a bonus point as well for leading by 3 tries. That is 4 to 1. So that is another big piece of the Stormers puzzle. They are all but confirmed now to be the leader and the winner of their African Conference. The Sharks, though, it is all still up there for them. They can be a playoff taker as well. Wildcard spot is all but there, so these two sides could well meet again if they have some luck through the playoffs. But that is it for round 14, a classic match that sees the Stormers over the Sharks in Super Rugby. I'll be again next weekend for another match of the week, and we have huge rugby coming up on the channel very soon as well. The Lions are coming, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We have a lot of Lions content planned and coming your way over the next month and a bit. So until then, thanks for tuning and watching. Hope you enjoyed today's matchup. Big ups for the Stormers fans out there. As always, if you tune in this late to the match, I do record these before the games actually play out, but who knows what's going to happen. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments below if my prediction is wrong. But until next time, thanks for tuning in and take care.